Just want to start with a very warm wish of Mazel Tov to my dear friend and colleague and one of our beloved rabbis, Rabbi Fink. His wife just gave birth to a baby girl yesterday, and of course he's here tonight. Never misses a beat. So tonight is Tuesday night, and I'm sure most of you are aware tomorrow night is Wednesday night. There we go. Like I'm doing good so far, Rabbi. I'm with you. Tomorrow night is actually a very unique Wednesday night, though, because it's the last Wednesday night of this year, 5777. And the next day is Thursday. It's the last Thursday of 5777, and there's Friday and Shabbos and Sunday and Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, which will all be the last of the year. And then comes Rosh Hashana, which is 5778. Mystically, we are told that the last day of the week for that year has the power of rectification for the entirety of the 51 previous Tuesdays or Wednesdays. So starting tomorrow night, we have the ability, if we really focus and concentrate on upping our game, on elevating all of our Wednesday nights, all of our Thursdays, all of our Fridays, all of our Shabbos, and so on and so forth, as we head into the big day. Now we're now in the month of Elul, which is the last month of the Jewish calendar, or the last month of the Jewish calendar year. And it's a time of sort of almost concern, trepidation. The big day's coming up. Rosh Hashanah is coming. In a week and a night from tonight will be the beginning of Rosh Hashanah, and God will be deciding the health of my children for the year, my own health. Will I have a house of serenity or chaos? How much money will I make? Will my children excel in school? Or will I be called to the office again and again for more meetings? These are all up in the air, and it's all going down on Rosh Hashanah. So you can understand there's some level of healthy concern. But what is the function of this time? Like, what am I supposed to use Elul for exactly? So to explain it, I'd like to use the analogy based on two IRS documents. Imagine today is January 31st, and people all across the country are opening up their mailboxes and picking up documents that were sent out to them by the people who employed them the previous year. If it's January 31st, do you want to open your mailbox and find a W-2? Or do you want to find a 1099? You definitely want to find a W-2. A W-2 is an IRS document that says you worked for this company the entire year, we paid you $50,000. Of course, we were required by the law to take out all your taxes. So we took out your FICA and your FUTA and your SUTA and your state taxes and unemployment taxes and federal and Social Security, Medicaid, Medicare. So even though you made $50,000, you only walked home with $40,000 because you paid all your taxes already. And now that you've already paid your taxes, hopefully you'll actually get a return because you have some deductions, charitable giving, interest, home interest deductions. And then there's the other people who get the 1099. And the 1099 document says, you did not work for our company, you were an independent contractor, we gave you the full $50,000, we didn't take any taxes out because we're not required to. And now, the IRS is getting that document as well, and it means that you owe the IRS now $10,000, which generally speaking, you don't have in your bank account, which is a very uncomfortable time for a lot of Americans. January 31st. How am I going to get those shekels that I need to pay to Uncle Sam by April 15th? Got to start saving up a little bit. So, here's how the year works. If this year, you were a W-2 employee of this world, right? Because we're all God's workers in this massive business he's got called World Incorporated. The role is make the world a better, kinder, more loving, more honest, more sacred, more holy, more pure, more beautiful, selfless world. If this year you were a W-2 worker, you paid all your dues, your FICA, your SUTA, and your FUTA, state income tax, Medicaid, Medicare, you did everything right. You never told a lie. You never gossiped about anybody. You were never lazy about doing things you know you really had to do. You were always 100% selfless in giving to the people around you. Every time you took a bite of food or something to drink, you gave total recognition to the He who gave you all that amazing gifts. If you've done all that already, you're a W-2 employee. You paid all your taxes. Don't worry about it. You can cruise right through L. However, if you're like me, and you're like a 1099 employee, and maybe you were a little lazy here, you didn't get off the synagogue in time when you were supposed to, and you might have said a few bad words about somebody to someone else, and maybe you didn't always recognize God fully before you partook of His amazing world, and maybe you didn't pay all your taxes yet. Well, Elul is the time that you get the 1099. The good news is that you still have some time. Let's get together some extra shekels to pay it all off before the big day. Which is right now is the time where we can start saying, let me say my blessings with extra sincerity. Let me be extra not lazy and make sure I get to synagogue on time and do what I got to do. Maybe make sure, instead of using hurtful words, let me use this time to proliferate incredible, supportive, loving, kind words to everybody. And if we can use this time, and again, this is the most powerful week of the year because we can rectify all of our Mondays and Tuesdays and Wednesdays, we can gather together so many zechusim, so many merits, that by the time the big judgment day comes, we're all paid up. And it's a beautiful thing. And we can really deserve what God will hopefully give us all, which is the Shana Tova U'Metuka. Thank you very much.